Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and welcome to another episode of the Small Town RP. Now, this is either a day that you have been excited for or a day that you have been dreading because we are finally trading in the F-150. Now, the F-150 has been a mainstay in our lineup really ever since day one, and it has served us very, very well, but it's time to get another truck, and really time to kind of up the overall capability of our lineup in general, especially now that we have the Power Wagon to do kind of the same job that the F-150 was doing. So, we actually have something waiting for us down at the dealership that we're going to go check out, and we'll see how y'all feel about this thing. But what I will tell you right now is that it is another Ford. I'm just not going to tell you which one. The dealership called me and let me know about it, so I know what it is. Y'all just don't know what it is yet. So let's fire this thing up and get on down there. And I think, you know, because this is going to be our sort of, I don't want to get sentimental, but our sort of last-ish drive in the F-150, we're going to enjoy it. We're going to take the back way. We're going to go through the river. We're going to go through the mud with that little trail behind the dealership, sort of behind the main highway, and because I really like that trail, and I haven't really taken it at all ever since lifting this thing and throwing the 41-inch tires on it. I really like the way this thing turned out after the modifications. I think it turned out really, really nice, and I think it's a great rig. It's just not a rig that I think we need in our lineup anymore. It's not that I think it's, you know, any less than, or any, you know, any worse than any other option. I just think it's time to move on to another rig, especially another rig in the Ford family. And who knows, this thing could make a return in this series later on in the future. I don't know. It might make a return in a different form, but, you know, we'll see. This truck, once again, has been kind of it's been not just an amazing truck to us, but it's also kind of been a companion in a way. Like, this thing was always there, and it always helped us out of a tight situation, even when it had to literally struggle its way through it. Like, this thing has been a part of some scenarios that weren't necessarily optimal. It's been a part of some scenarios where maybe it wasn't the ideal truck for the job, but guess what? It still pulled it, like, literally pulled it together and was like, hey, you know what? I know that I'm not designed for this, but I'm still gonna do my best. I'm still gonna give it my best shot, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. And I really do respect the crap out of this thing for that. Let's give it some beans through the mud, see what happens. You know, honestly, part of me now, like, seeing how much better it does in the mud on these 41s with the additional lift, part of me is like, should I keep this thing, like, just a little longer? And then the other part of me is like, no, this truck that I'm going to go get is an incredible deal, and if I don't take it, somebody else is gonna buy it, so I do need to keep that in mind. All right, let's make a quick left right here. Coming out right across from the factory like we usually do. We're gonna go ahead and make a left onto the 4-lane. We're just gonna shred right out onto the main road. I kind of wish that we could have, like, carried a little bit more speed, but as we found, once we upgraded this thing's power, it literally, the towing capability suffered, and it suffered, like, big time. So I'm not quite sure why that happened, but it was definitely something that we dealt with, and not something that I wanted to deal with again. All right, we're gonna go around that mud because I don't want to have to deal with it. And apparently, the truck that we're gonna look at is inside. It recently came in on trade, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it's still here and we'll be able to take a look at it. And here is the new work truck. Now, I am well aware that I'm probably going to get shredded in the comments for buying a 6.4 era truck. I get that. However, this particular 6.4 has been completely gone through, completely bulletproofed, and all of the issues have been handled, internally upgraded, and it's putting out actually quite a bit more power and torque than stock. Now, underneath, we have full king coilover suspension. We have, actually, as you can see up front, dual steering stabilizers, upgraded steering itself. We have 41-inch tires wrapped around some, actually, wait a minute. Hold on, let me get a little bit of a closer look at these fuel wheels. They're absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I just wanted to make sure that they were fuel wheels because there was a couple of different options. There was a fuel option and a JTX forged option, and some of them looked a little bit similar. I just wanted to make sure that this one actually had the fuel wheels before I said that it had the fuel wheels. We've got a high clearance style bumper in the front. We've got light pods up top. We've also got a CB antenna, and one of the coolest things about this particular F450 is it is flatbed converted. So this will help so much with all of our kind of higher end jobs where we're going to be needing to haul more stuff. This is going to become the main rig that is going to pull the gooseneck. Absolutely. And then I think the Denali is going to become more of our daily runaround truck slash bumper pull truck. And then obviously the Power Wagon will be more for the remote area rescues and stuff like that. Now, I did spend a lot of the budget on this truck, and we're going to talk about that as we drive back home. So let me fire it up. It does sound really, really good. So, let's go ahead and pull on out of here, see how this thing whoa! Who left it in reverse? Oh yeah, that was me. So, let's go ahead and pull it on out of here and see what it's actually like on the way back home. And once we get it out on the main road, y'all know we gotta go ahead and hit at least one boosted launch. I know it's a freaking, you know, dually, flatbed, quad cab. It's not gonna be anywhere near the fastest thing in the world by a long shot, but we still gotta see. It actually handled that mud quite well. All right, let's pull out onto the main road, make sure that there's no traffic on the way. And this thing, like I said before, pretty much the most expensive rig we've ever bought. I want to say with everything that was optioned on this truck, plus with all the extras, this came out to like over $80,000. And so we're back to like under $10,000 in the budget now. So we're gonna have to do a little bit more work. We're gonna have to be a little bit more careful for a minute, but this should, like I said before, enable us to do a lot more stuff. So let's give it a boosted launch. 3, 2, 1, send. You know what? It's way quicker than I thought it was gonna be for a truck of its size and mass. Because remember, this thing is huge. It's heavy. It's on 41s. It's just big. It's a 450. It's absolutely enormous, actually. I can't wait to see what the size difference looks like once it's actually parked next to the Denali at home. Now, one of the other things I really like about this truck is how everything is color matched. The tow mirrors are color matched, the grille is color matched, and I cannot get over that high clearance bumper setup in the front with the little mini skid plate and all of the light pods, but everything else has a very chopped look to it. I really, really dig how that came out. I really do. We also need to see how it looks with the gooseneck. I think it's gonna look sick. Now, another thing that I'm really excited about with this truck is this is going to enable us to tow much heavier pieces of equipment. So whether we're hauling them for work or hauling them for our own, you know, business related stuff, this is going to be pretty much exactly what we could have been hoping for. All right, so after a stylish little Tokyo Drift entrance, let's go ahead and back this thing on in and see what we are working with. So back in it goes, and boom. And you know what? It's not worlds bigger than the Denali, but it is just a little bit. I mean, the Denali is definitely a little bit more imposing, I think, with the stance that it has, but this thing is a lot more work truck-esque, I think. I think this one is gonna be a lot more of that raw, rugged work truck look, whereas, again, the Denali can kind of be, you know, part show truck, part work rig, part daily driver. And this thing's a little bit more kind of rough around the edges, not rough around the edges visually, but rough around the edges in terms of being a no-frills, all, you know, all work, all-purpose-based rig. And speaking of jobs, I think this thing is going to start literally earning its place in our fleet right now because we literally just now picked up a job right across town to haul one of the town's loaders over to the shop for service. Now, this thing's pretty big, but I wasn't able to take on jobs like this before because I didn't have anything that was quite big enough to haul stuff like this. So we're gonna pull on in, we're gonna see what we're dealing with, and we actually will probably be able to see it momentarily. Oh my God. Oh, that is enormous. Okay. Well, I really hope this will fit on our trailer. This might be an oversized load kind of situation. I mean, we'll still do it, but we might just have to be extra Ignore that. Okay, this thing sure is massive, isn't it? Let's see if we can get it out of here without knocking down this shop's wall. Not quite sure how they got it in here, but, this'll be interesting, that is for dang sure. Oh, geez. Are we going to fit? Carefully, but yes. Oh, my God. Oh, we did fit! Dude, that's sick! I was actually not sure if we were gonna fit or not. That was, like, right on the edge of fitting. That was, like, a little bit close. A little bit sketchy. Okay. Now, let's line you up real quick. Bringing on up the ramps. That works for me. That absolutely works for... Oh my God. Oh, that thing was in the air just now. Did I not set the parking brake? Am I really that... Wow, am I really that stupid? Holy crap. Not really, but... All right, we need to bring it back just a little bit more so we can actually clear the bucket. Oh my God. This is... Holy crap. This is like another level of oversized load. Okay, now it's weighing down on the rear axle too much. Okay, there we go. That's fine. I say fine. Look at the overhang. Oh, that is so not fine. Oh my God. That's... Whew. Okay. Well, there's a good payout for this job, which we kind of need right now, but it's time to see if this F450 can essentially get down with the level of work that we're going to be subjecting it to. And you know what? It looks like it can already. I'm very impressed. And actually, yo, that's one for the photo album, that's for sure. That looks so good. That looks so sick. That is absolutely one for the photo album. Come on. Okay, the only problem is when you haul something of this size and this mass, you kind of, well, let's say if you stop, you lose like all of your momentum. Watch up here when we get up to this stop sign. We will lose all of our momentum when we stop. All right. Well, it looks like the stop sign has decided to take a vacation, but we'll still stop anyway because it's kind of like a main connection to a main road. Okay, so we're completely stopped right now. Now, let's pull out onto the road and see. Well, it shifted itself up to third pretty quick. There's fourth. Come on, there's fifth. There's high. All right. Well, you know what? That's actually really respectable. I can't even complain. That if I complained about that, I would be splitting hairs. That's way better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I retract my previous statement in its entirety. This thing is an absolute beast. And it's actually, you know what? It's not just a beast. One could go so far as to say that this thing is a hoss. Oh, come on, don't. I was really scared we were gonna understeer off there. I was really scared. I was like, internally, I was like, this could go real bad real quick. Ooh, sketchy. Oh, so sketchy. We're not gonna go through the main entrance. We know how that goes. We know how that ends. Oh, I might need to like reinforce this rear suspension a little bit too. It's looking a little iffy under this level of load, but I think we can kind of find a happy Don't you dare. Okay, it returned. now just make your way through. All right, you know what? We're not even gonna risk it. We're not even gonna risk it. That biscuit is not worth the level of risk. There's something to be said for being able to figure out when the biscuit is worth it and when it isn't. Oh! Okay, maybe that was a little overdramatic. Come on. Come on. Is that a solid point? No. You have got to be kidding me right now. You have got to actually be kidding me. I'm stuck. Why does the dang town get their stuff serviced here? This is preposterous. This is so dumb. I want to speak to whoever at the town decided that this was the shop they wanted to get their stuff serviced at. It was probably the cheapest option. And you know, judging by their driveway, I can see why. Oh my God. Well, you know what? You know what? If they want their loader, they can come out and get it. The shop is right there. They can come out, drive it in, service it there, and that's that. And you know what? I'm still going to collect the payment for this because I still hold it here, technically. It's on property. But if y'all enjoyed this episode, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.